Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's Tazong here for my second game review, which is The Covenant for the Amstrad CPC. This game was made by PSS and a guy called Paul Hutchinson. Now the original, this was actually the sequel, should I say, to a game called Xavier that was just released for the Spectrum. Anyway, The Covenant started life as a French game in 1985 and was actually called Le Survivant, which translates to The Survivor. Now, I actually remember reading a review of this in Amstrad Action, I think it was in 1985, and I thought, yeah, that don't look too bad. I thought, but I think at the time it was only like something like $6.95, which I don't know, these days I suppose translate to about 20 quid, and I remember looking at it and thinking, yeah, that doesn't look too bad, but nah, I'll save me some money for something else. And then lo and behold, a few months later, on the cover of an Amstrad Action magazine was The Covenant as a free game. I thought, yeah, let's buy this and try this out. And by golly, was I glad I bought it. I mean, it's just when I look back at it now, and I think if I had bought it, I'd have been pretty relieved that I'd spent that money on a game, and then you get it free on a thingy bob. But at the same time, it's actually a very, very good game. So I think what we should do is boot it up and let's take a look at it. Right, what I'm actually going to do before I actually boot it up is I'll actually put a link on here so you can actually get a map. So you should see that near the bottom somewhere where you can click and link to the map. I'm also just going to go through a few things first because, I'd really like people to try and play this game and actually complete it. I actually never completed this game. I think I got about 80% of the way through. But this game for its time was actually quite innovative because it had actually a save game feature, which was pretty rare, well, almost unheard of, especially way back in 1985. So what we'll do is we'll have just a few pointers about different things. Okay, so the game is divided up into 64 quadrants basically, and in those quadrants are 4 rooms, and the basic task of the game is that you go about in your little spaceship, and then you have to find an anesthetic that you put in your gun, and with this anesthetic you can shoot the creatures that are flying around. Now what you have to do is actually stun the creatures and then collect them in your ship, but you can only shoot when you're actually outside of the ship, and you can only collect them when you're actually in the ship. Now, once you've collected all 4, you can actually pick up the piece of Covenant once you found the key, and then that completes that section of the game, and then off we go again onto the next 4 quadrants. So there's actually 64 pieces of Covenant to pick up, and then on the main screen, which I'll show you in a minute, the inventory screen should I say, that actually starts building a picture up as more and more pieces you collect towards the Covenant. Anyway, so as you can see, well, I've been chopped in. I've already got the key and I've got the anesthetic. This up here is a recharge point which tops up your energy. There's lots of those spread around, but you've got to be a bit careful because there's some that actually take your energy away. So if you're short on health and you get one of the bad ones, obviously you'll die. Oh, Todger, no. Very bad move by me then. Just top that back up. As you can see, the actual sound effects in this are very useful indeed. No sound, no music as such. As you can see, we've just stunned him off back of the ship. Pick him up. Okay, that's where the Covenant is actually kept. They've got the key, but you can't get that piece of covenant till you've stunned the little creatures. So we've got a last one now, I think. No, one more. Ooh. Just top up her health again. Oh. You'll also notice that every time you actually fire your stun gun, it actually drains some of your energy, and if it hits you, it drains your energy again, which is not good. Okay, so now we've come back to where the Covenant part is. We've got a key, and we'll come and pick it. As you can see, we've got a key. We've picked up all the monsters, so we collect that one piece, and that's our first piece of the Covenant. Now, this is where I recommend you save the game. Every time you complete one section, save the game and move on, because this game gets progressively harder and harder and harder, and you will die a lot. Trust me, you will die a lot. That's just the first. This is one part about the game I love. You can just get out your spaceship and don't do that. Oh, dicky. You can just oh, nearly died then. Top of the energy back up. That's me fault for being a dick. Top that back up. Like I say, there's some energy points that actually take energy away, so just beware of that. But yeah, make sure you save your game after you've completed a quadrant, and it makes the game a lot easier. I can actually remember playing this about years ago, and I did about 50% in about a 6-hour sitting, and the electric went, and I went absolutely loopy. Well, that's such is life. As you see, we've got these are different mutants now. We've got like flying elephants with umbrellas on their heads. I mean, what was the programmer on when he was making this? Probably magic mushrooms or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's just, as you can see, actually make music of this one. Not very good music, but okay, let's go and get, this is the anesthetic. The anesthetic looks different on every thing. I can't actually land there, sometimes you have to manoeuvre about a little bit and have it. As you see, we stunned him, get back in the ship, pick him up. There's one screen of the full gun. There's two clear. Top up our energy a touch. Whoa. Oh man. I'm so lucky. Oh no. It's going to be very, very hard to get back up there. This happens sometimes, and it actually makes the game more interesting. What I'm actually going to have to do, I think, is actually go all the way around. I don't think I'm going to get up there. I'm actually using an Xbox 360 controller for this. My fingers aren't as nimble as what they used to be, so yeah, we're going to have to go around. We're lucky that we've cleared 2 screens. So we'll probably have to stun this one up here. Yeah, there's the key for the Covenant. Down he goes. Obviously we can't pick him up because we haven't got a spaceship. Key picked up. This anesthetic would probably have worn off. Yes, it has on the other one, so we'll stun him again. Have it. umbrella-headed freak. Okay, let's go and stun this one again. So we've got the key and we've collected all 4 creatures, and then there we can see is where the piece of covenant is kept, just top our energy up. And there we go. And then that, obviously, once you've done that, it opens up the doorways again so you can go further and further into the game. Just have a quick look. As you can see, we've got 2 pieces of covenant now. Full health, so off we go again. I'm actually going to run out of time here because YouTube are very funny on time limits with me for some reason. Sometimes they'll let me have as you can see, a freaky flying snake. The programmer must have been who knows. Anyway, I'm going to have to come to my marks for the game because I'm going to run out of time. Okay, my marks for The Covenant by PSS for the Amstrad CPC. Graphics, really good, really cute and artsy for the time. Just the occasional flicker on the main character and sometimes on the ship when it's flying, but overall with the animation and stuff, really good. I liked it. That's about a 7 out of 10. Sound, no music, but sound effects very good and extremely useful as well. Very helpful in the game. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. Long-term appeal. I think it's a game that you'll just keep coming back and back to. It's really challenging. As long as you use the save feature, because if you don't, you get really frustrated. You'll never do it in one go. It's impossible. But long-term ability, I'd say that's 8 or 9 out of 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think it's fair. Overall, for the year, 7 out of 10. Very enjoyable game. I recommend that you play it. And as far as I don't know anyone that's ever completed this game. But so there's a challenge for some of you Amstrad fans out there. I'd just like to say thanks very much for watching yet again, and for any kind comments. I look forward to making the next one, and I will see you all again. Bye bye for now. Ta-ta.